Supercell just teased the 100-second Brawler. And almost nobody realized how much they actually revealed, because when you combine the animation, the hidden details, and the new lore storybook, this isn't just a guess anymore. We already know who it is. Damien, and once you understand his story and abilities, this might be one of the most unique brawlers ever added. So first, let's talk about where he belongs. Damien is part of the Medieval Manor trio, the same trio that already has Draco and Lumi, but until now, it always felt incomplete. And that's because there was always a third presence, someone behind the scene, and now we finally know who that is. Now let's get into the most interesting part, his abilities, because this is where things start to get crazy. In the animation released on April 2nd, we get a very small but important clue, a hand reveal, and if you look closely, it looks big and heavy, which already suggests something important. Damien might actually be a tank, but that's just the beginning, because in the next scene, we can see a microphone. Which is strange because that doesn't match a normal tank brawler. So what does that mean? Is he some kind of performer, or someone who controls something? Now here's the detail almost nobody noticed. On the table, there's a dice and a sheet. And that sheet is huge, because it shows multiple different abilities. We're talking about shield abilities, sword or axe attacks, healing, even poison effects. And that doesn't look like a normal brawler kit, that looks like a system, which means Damien might have multiple abilities in one kit, or even something based on randomness, similar to Chester, but on a completely different level. Because if the dice is involved, that could mean his abilities change based on rolls. And the microphone, that could be how he controls or activates those abilities, almost like he's directing the fight, which would make him feel less like a normal brawler and more like someone controlling the game itself. Oh, well, but now let's talk about his story, because this is where everything connects. According to the storybook, Draco doesn't just have one sibling, he actually has three brothers, Damien, Dexter, and Dorian, but here's the twist, they don't get along. In fact, Draco and Damien have a really bad relationship with the other two, and it's so bad that Damien literally represents them as ogres, not just as a joke, but as something that actually reflects how he sees them. And we even see this in the story, ogres bothering him, which directly connects to his perspective, and because of the bad relationship, Draco never even introduced Lumi to them, which says a lot because it means there's something deeper going on, but at the same time, Damien considers only Draco and Lumi as his true family, which makes his character even more interesting because he's not just chaotic, he actually cares. And so when you combine everything, the lore, the dice, the multiple abilities, and even the microphone, Damien isn't just another brawler. He might be a game-changing character, a tank, with randomness-based abilities that can completely change how matches are played. So at this point, I'm curious, do you think Damien will be broken or one of the most fun brawlers ever added?